Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with my Ohio State Buckeyes team up north week 14 preview as our still number one ranked, still undefeated at 11-0, world famous Ohio State Buckeyes head out to Double A, Ann Arbor, to face off against the team up north who comes in 15th in the country. Yeah. This is going to be another one of those ranked matchups that we love so much, right? And they come in with a record of 9-2. And in those two losses, which obviously they lost to Oklahoma 24-13, and then they lost to USC 31-13. So in those two losses, they've only scored 13 points, right? Of course, you look at that team. They have what do they call them? A freshman that we've never seen, right? You ain't seen a freshman like me, Bryce Underwood. Okay. Never forget, last year he was committed to LSU, and then right around this time, he flipped to the team up north, right? He had a lot of hype surrounding him heading into this season. And honestly, I know I'm a rival fan, but he's kind of looked mid as hell, right? He's now on the other side, Ohio State, we have a Heisman candidate in Julian Singh, who has been cooking this year. But look at the weapons he has. Bryce has some pretty good weapons over there, and he ain't doing shit. Yeah, I'm speaking a little French. If you don't like it, there's the X. Bye bye. It's a rivalry game. What do you expect? I'm fired up. Damn. We've lost 4 straight to these bozos. I'm tired of freaking losing. Yeah, Julian Singh has been cooking this year. He even did pretty good last week without his top 2 receivers. So we'll see, one, if those two play, and two, see if Ryan Day actually wants to be a serious coach this year, right? Because last year, it was pretty clear Ohio State had all the advantages everywhere on the field. And for some reason, this bozo decides to essentially play to their advantage, running the ball up the gut right at Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. Why? They were missing some of their best players on defense, especially Will Johnson, and this bozo's over here running the ball right at their 2 best interior defenders. Duh. Yeah, I need Ryan Day to essentially play his game. Don't stoop to their level, right? Do your thing. Do what makes us so damn good. Honestly, I'd say turn this game into a track meet because if you ask me, I don't think they can keep up. Nobody can keep up with us score wise. Nobody. Do you understand how much pressure that would put on the team up north if they had to score with us, keep up with us? Especially considering our defense has not given up more than 20 points all year. The most points our defense has given up all year was 16 to Illinois. And it's funny because besides week 1, Ohio State has scored 20 plus points every single week. Oh, what crazy dog. Oh, yeah, I know. Our opponents aren't the greatest, but you know what? They went out to Washington, cleared across their damn country, and smacked Washington in the face 24-6. It's pretty impressive, considering how good Washington is. They ain't no slouches. DeMond Williams is really good. Boston's a really good receiver. Coleman's a damn good running back. And they didn't do nothing against us. It's so funny, too, because of all the fan bases that were trolling us about the Matt Patricia hire, obviously, that fan base trolled us the most because Matt Patricia used to coach the Lions. So, if you think about it, this is kind of a return to one of his lowest points in his coaching career, right? He's going back to the state where, I mean, yeah, he was coming off coaching, you know, with New England, but he had a horrible time in Detroit. This is the perfect time for redemption for Matt Patricia, right? And those guys on defense are going to be ready to go because, yeah, this game has a lot at stake. Not only for the Big Ten, but for the playoff. Obviously, the winner of this game will most likely go to the Big Ten championship, most likely to face Indiana. Do you realize how much of a buzzkill it would be if we spent all year going at it with Indiana fans talking about, yeah, we'll see you in the Big Ten title game, only for us to once again get to the game and look like a bunch of freaking losers, only to have Oregon or the team up north go to the Big Ten title game again. Oh, brother. Yeah, we need to take care of business tomorrow. No doubt about it. No question about it. Take care of business. Enough of the funny business. Just go out there and beat their ass. Simple as that. Because if we do what I think we can do, we'll be coming back next week. Or I don't know if it's next week or the week after, but for the Big Ten title game. In fact, let me take a look real quick. I think it's next week. Yeah, hopefully I'll be right back here making a preview video for the Big Ten title game. Right? And like I said, this game also has playoff implications because obviously, win or lose, Ohio State's in the playoff because they're only going to have one loss. God forbid if they lose. But if the team up north does, God forbid, win this game, you could say they're going to the playoff. Which obviously would possibly set up a rematch between these two teams at some point in the CFP. Could you imagine that? That'd be nuts. Now, let me just check the schedule real quick here. Real quick. Week 15. I believe it's next week. Yeah, next week. Okay. Next Saturday, 8 o'clock. All right. Perfect. All right, enough of that crap. Let's get into this game. All right. Starting off, of course, with my keys to a Buckeye W. Oh, but what about the freaking series history? You want me to go over that? Fine. The team up north leads the overall series 62-51 and 6. And of course, they've won 4 in a row. Okay. Now let's get into this game. Keys to a Buckeye win. Number 1, set the tone. Go out there, score early, score often, and take that damn crowd out of the game. And like I said, don't play to their strengths. Turn this damn game into a track meet. Because again, the way I see it, they can't keep up with you. No team can keep up with us offensively. Especially knowing that we have a top defense in the country. There is no team in the country, in my opinion, especially in the Big Ten, that can keep up with us if we play our kind of game. But if you've been paying attention, Ohio State's kind of been running in second, third gear. They've played, I think, the least amount of snaps per game in the country. Like, they slow it down because of, the threat of injury. Ironically enough, we've still suffered injuries, but for the most part, they have been pretty healthy this year. I'll give them credit for that. They're pacing themselves, right? You could easily just go balls to the wall every week and drop 60 on everybody. But no, they pace themselves. But if there's a time to turn up, it's now. And that brings me to key number 2. Turn up on defense. This is practically a playoff game. You're playing for your Big Ten championship lives right here. Go out there, BTA on these fools, beat their ass, bring out the belt, bring out the paddle, or the baseball bat, whatever. Beat their freaking faces in. I want this game to be so lopsided at the end that when they show the stands at the end of the game, all you see is scarlet. And then you have the Buckeye fans doing the OHIO chant around the stadium, like old times. Right? I want that stadium to be damn near empty. Wolverine fans by the end of the game. And for anyone wondering, if Ohio State does win this game, are they going to go out? No, because we're not like that. No. I can imagine that if and when we do win this game, Buckeye players are definitely going to be letting that team hear it for sure. Wouldn't even be mad at the flag. On their flag and tear it up again. I would legit find their flag and step all on it. Honestly, I would say do what they did to the Sparty logo years ago, but they don't have sod field. They have actual turf, so it wouldn't even do damage to the logo. That's just me though. So we're a professional team, so we're not gonna stoop to their level, right? We don't want to cause any fights, but I would definitely talk a whole lot of crap if I was those players and we win this game. Oh yeah, I would let them hear it for sure. Number 3, of course, take care of business, right? Go out there and essentially, take care of business. What else is there to say? Now, getting to my players to watch. On offense, it's got to be Cornell Tate and Jeremiah. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or earlier this week, it was reported that they are on the field. Like, everybody practiced. And we'll probably get a good update tonight or maybe tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning about whether they're going to play. Jeremiah's going to play. I think, isn't tomorrow his birthday? Like, this dude ain't going to miss the game, bro. No. Cornell, we'll see. But Jeremiah, I don't think he's going to miss it. He would miss it for the world. And then on defense, everybody has to show up and show out. From the players to the coaches. I need Matt Patricia to cook up the most devious game plan ever. Honestly, if I'm Matt Patricia, I'm putting a picture of a goose egg on the screen, on that projector. What's it for? Shut them out. Shut them out. Right? Shut them out. That's the goal. Goose egg them. I'm not going to. Man, if these guys give up 20 points, then we might be in trouble. So, especially if we're not being serious. If our defense keeps up what they've been doing, I think we'll be fine. Now getting to my prediction. Gee, I wonder what I'm going to say. Guys win 35-17. I think the game is close at halftime. If you've noticed, there's been quite a few games where Ohio State's kind of been sleepwalking, at halftime. and then they lock in at half, and they come out and they blow out the opponent. It's a game a few weeks ago. The game was close at half. Buckeyes scored like 21 unanswered. Yeah. I mean, I think it was the Penn State game, right? It was close. Then the Buckeyes, yeah, scored 21 unanswered. Yep, it was the Penn State game. And again, Penn State only scored another touchdown because of a fumble that we had, because of course. But this is going to be a big game. And of course, it's big for recruiting too. Because it seems like whenever after the game, you always have like a surge in recruiting commitments. And of course, signing day is next week on Wednesday. It goes from the 3rd to the 5th. And as far as boom watches go, nothing's changed. Nope. Still waiting on CJ Bronaugh. Although the vibe in the forums is that it sounds like Florida is probably going to retain him. They're gaining momentum. It's crazy because for a while, it seemed like he was going to flip to Ohio State. But the vibe is that he's going to wait and see who Florida hires, which it's not going to be Lane Kiffin, from what I'm seeing. And literally right after word got out that Lane's either going to LSU or staying at Ole Miss, it sounds like Florida might be pivoting towards G5 John Summerall. Man, imagine that. Going from Sunbelt Billy to G5 Johnny. But it seems like CJ Bronaugh is going to wait and see what they do there with the coach. And of course, we still have the unnamed flip target that Steve Wiltfong dropped on us in the forums. Didn't mention anything else, just said, oh yeah, by the way, there might be another flip in the works. That's all he said. He's got the Buckeye forums like, oh, what? Steve, hello? Any other information? Like position? Is it someone that we've been talking to before? Is it someone that's visited? Is it someone completely off the radar? Because I think I said this months ago. The last 2 years, Ohio State has flipped a player that I previously didn't even know we were in on. Dominic Kirks and Episatenale. They were both edge rushers. Does that trend continue? I swear to God, if it's Luke Wafel. Because remember, he was crystal ball to Ohio State for about a day or so, 12 hours or so. And then before he commits, USC swoops in and takes him. I would love it if it was him, but I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. So, by the way, if anyone from the forums, from Letterman Row, just so happened to, find my YouTube channel. Hi, how you doing? Hope I didn't expose too much. I mean, it's common knowledge. Everyone knows that Fong, I'm not going to say anything that the beat writers say. It's Walt Fong. He's a national guy. Besides, you would usually say, like, don't say this on social media. Besides, people are going to find out eventually, right? But we'll see what happens, right? I know nothing about that. That's crazy. Freaking Walt Fong drops in the forum, says, "Hey guys, Ohio State might or might not have a another flip coming. Just saying." That's it. Which I understand. You don't want to put out all the information immediately because that might, make the player not want to do it. Got to wait for everything to pop off. You don't want to get everyone, thinking, "Oh my God, we're going to get another one," and then player changes his mind. Right? So it's that time of year, though. A lot of flipping is going on. I just saw a crystal ball for freaking Jared Curtis to flip to Vandy, of all places. But he's from the area, so that makes sense. But damn, Vanderbilt. Wow. So I'm going to get back to watching the Egg Bowl. And that's really all I got. So it's been fun doing these videos this season. And hopefully we have another one next week. And then we'll get on to the playoff. And also, I will be live for the final two CFP top 25 ranking reveals. I didn't go live for the last one because I straight up forgot. But I think this time around, I'll be live for both of them. The final two, because it's big. We got the one heading out of rivalry weekend in the championship weekend, and then we have the post conference title game rankings. I think those are Sunday or something. I'm pretty sure, but I'll be live for that for sure. You already know. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. I'm coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel. Let's go Bucks. And let's take care of business tomorrow. All right? Because I'm telling you right now, if this team goes into Double A and they lose again, our fans are gonna need the other version of Double A, if you know what I'm saying. Alcohol Anonymous. Because they gonna be drinking their freaking sorrows away again. And man, if we lose this game for a 5th year in a row, Ryan Day, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Just win tomorrow. Like Mr. Al Davis. Just win, baby. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Buckeyes. OH. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah, already.